5 real-life wizards and sorcerers you should know about. Number 1. Johannes Trithemius was a German abbot from the 15th century, and he was totally real, not just a character from a story. He's considered one of the founders of modern cryptography, but he also dabbled in magic. He wrote about the occult in his book, Stegonographia, which was like a guide to powerful spells that could summon spirits. But those spirits, they were actually coded messages hidden in the text, using a clever encryption method. His work was so controversial that it got banned and burned, and he was even accused of witchcraft. Number 2. Dedi, the magician. What a character. Not much is known about him, except for the tales in the Westcar Papyrus, which goes back to around 2000 BCE. This guy was a magician in Pharaoh Khufu's court. You know, the one who built the Great Pyramid. Legend has it, he could reattach a head with just a touch and even transform into animals or bring the dead back to life. Historians argue if he was real or just a myth. Some think he was inspired by a pharaoh named Jaddu, while others say he's purely fictional. Still, the ancient Egyptians totally believed in Dedi's powers, making him a legendary figure in their mythology. 3. Eliphas Levi was a French occultist who really kicked off the revival of ceremonial magic. In the 19th century, born in 1810 and passing in 1875, he wrote a ton about occult topics like Kabbalah, tarot, and alchemy. His most famous work, the Dogam et Ritual de la Haute Magie, published in 1862, is a cornerstone of modern Western magic. In it, he mixed Jewish mysticism, Christian theology, and ancient Egyptian beliefs. Levi also created magical symbols that are still popular in witchcraft today. His influence reached later figures like Aleister Crowley, and his ideas continue to shape Western. Number 4. Queen Semiramis. She pops up in the Old Testament as the wife of an Assyrian king, and supposedly the mother of the prophet Isaiah. Most of what we know comes from Greek historians like Plutarch and Diodorus Siculus, who painted her as this semi-mythical figure with magical powers. They said she founded mystery cults for the goddess Dercato and ruled Assyria with divine authority. It's likely her story is a mix of truth and legend. Sure, there might have been a real queen named Semiramis, but over time, her life got embellished into a full-blown myth, symbolizing feminine power and secret knowledge. And number 5. Lausanne was an incredible female warrior and spiritual leader of the Apache Nation. Born around 1860 and passing away in 1931, she was famous for her visions and her knack for tracking enemies, with a magical gourd filled with her ancestors' spirits. Leading the Chiricahua Apaches in battles against the U.S. Army, she was said to have superhuman strength and endurance. Regardless of the debate around her legendary powers, there's no denying she was a respected prophetess in her community. After she died, her story lived on, celebrated through oral tradition and modern literature. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more similar topics like this.